Yo, welcome back to the Sync Zone podcast. I'm your host, Zone Fanhick, joined here with our host, Breezy. What's going on, guys?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Yo, what's going on, Breezy? What's going on? I'm chilling, man. You know.
Doing good. Saying just looking forward to talking about some of the recent news that have been going on recently for anime and some other things.
Yeah, it's a lot, right? I'm excited. It's going to be a fantastic podcast. Hope if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to leave a comment. Let us know if you're new, if you're, get synchronized. And then, yeah, make sure to like the video as well. So without further ado, I guess we'll get started.
Yeah, so there's some news on the manga GACHIAKUTA. So apparently, like, the manga is getting a new anime that's supposed to premiere sometime in 2025. And the manga's been picked up to be animated by Studio Bones. Hiroshi Seiko, who has been working on Vinland Saga, Chainsaw Man, and Mob Psycho, apparently is in charge of the script for the project. There's also supposed to be a panel for the anime next month at Anime Expo. And from my understanding, like, I never read the manga for this one myself, but it's supposedly about like a group of people that are exiled from society because they're deemed, I guess, like trash, unworthy, unclean, and now they have to stay below town, basically, or the clean or the superior part of society. And it's kind of like a revenge story, from my understanding, of kind of getting back at the people above, kind of thing. So it sounds pretty interesting. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, I've got to say I haven't really heard too much about this or read much of the manga myself, but from what I found, it's I believe it's a shonen, and it's supposed to be a pretty good shonen, if I might say so, the least. Basically, the art is from what I can see, it's pretty top notch. I can't really. It's really hard to separate that fact, but yeah, it's that's interesting. Mob Psycho. You said Chainsaw Man and Vinland Saga. That sounds like an interesting combination.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I feel you on the art because I've seen some of the art for this for like the manga as well. It has really nice covers. So the art itself kind of draws you in and kind of makes me curious about what they're going to do with it. And I'm curious to see like how they're going to adapt it into anime format for sure.
Wow. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I did see some promo for it, but yeah, I mean, as soon as it was like a little teaser, it wasn't, I guess, a full trailer. The manga promo that they typically do is about this. I'm
I know what you mean.
But yeah, heck yeah, that's great. You said it will be out next month.
It's going to be out. Well, the anime is going to be out next year, but there's going to be a panel that's going to have some more information. Possibly, like, I could see them doing like a date announcement for when the actual anime or something will be announced at Anime Expo.
I could see that too. I could definitely see your point there. Yeah. And I hope Japan Expo. Maybe we need to make our way to Japan sometime soon. I don't know.
That would be pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Facts. Yeah. So I guess some Kaiju number 8 news released as well. We were looking for season 2, which I believe there was some type of rumor regarding season 2 releasing. I think that released today, I want to say. But yeah, I do want to say that there was some news released yesterday, which most people were anticipating, which was actually a video game. It's called Kaiju number 8, the game. Is being developed for PC and mobile devices. I'm not exactly too sure what to expect, just because the range here seems pretty interesting. It's going to be a mobile and PC application, which I don't know what to expect, but this is interesting. I guess I have to be optimistic about it now because I'm a PC gamer, but it'll apparently be available on apps like the Apple Store, Google Play, and Steam. So yeah, if it's on Steam, it should be at least available on Xbox. I'd assume if it's available on Steam. There is no current release date, but there is a trailer for it. Did you wanna try to play the trailer? Do you wanna?
Yeah, playing the trailer would be nice to check out.
Okay, I feel like I did see like a clip of it, but let me see. Kaiju number 8, the game trailer.
They could have chose like any kind of better title. They didn't even try with the title.
They didn't
just
try.
Kaiju number 8, the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably a translation error. I don't know. Maybe it was translation. I want to really give them I don't want to sell them short, but the game, yeah, it's they definitely could have chose a better name for that. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. All right, here we go, guys. There's our boy Habino. Toho Games and Production IG. Bruh, mad spoilers in here. Mad spoilers. Spoiler warning. Possibly for those of you guys that aren't fully caught up with the manga yet, but the game. Interesting. All right. Nice little teaser trailer. One thing I did notice off the rip though is it's not fully rendered in Unreal Engine 5, which is pretty much the standard now. But and you said that I don't know, is there an official release date? Are you aware of an official release date for this game?
Yeah, for this game, there's no official release date yet. Just that the fact that it is currently in production. One thing I will say about it, like even though it's not like in Unreal Engine 5, like at least stylistically, it looks decent. Like the trailer doesn't really give you like too much information as far as like how the gameplay is going to be. Like, is it a fighting game? Is it an RPG? Is it like a turn-based RPG? Is, you know, like you don't really get too much from the trailer, but at least like it gives you like a direction stylistically of where it's going, and it looks better at least from that department from some of the current or latest anime game releases that have been a little bit disappointing. Like I know there was the one for Jujutsu Kaisen, which was a console release, and like I was like, no, like it really looks like a mobile game. Like they did not try at all with like what they did with that presentation wise. So like at least this is already like looking better here. And then there was like a I don't know if you've seen this one, but there is a game coming out that's a fighting game for Hunter x Hunter, and it's the same treatment as Jujutsu Kaisen. Like
I did see that.
Yeah, like the models look so stiff, and like you can tell like they didn't really put any budget in it. And I was like, no, like why are they doing Hunter x Hunter like that? So at least this one starts out like giving me more positive impressions from the rip. Like I'm anticipating like what the actual gameplay looks like, but I'm just going to remain cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, at the very least, even I guess story wise, it shouldn't be like like a typical RPG slash like 2-player, I guess, combatives game, like Street Fighter, or third person fighting game like Street Fighter or Tekken, or that's I'd assume that's what Hunter x Hunter was, right? Wasn't it? Didn't it have?
Yeah, that's what Hunter x Hunter is. It's like a yeah, it's like a Street Fighter, or like a, well, yeah, it's closer than a Street Fighter than a Tekken. The closest game that I can think of that it's like, it's kind of like Dragon Ball Fighters, because I think it's if I'm not mistaken, it's like a 2v2 game.
Yeah.
And Dragon Ball Fighters, I think, is 3v3 battles. So it's sort of like that, but just you can tell like they did not put as much budget into that one as they did with Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah, I know. So I actually shoot, and I understand what you're talking about. When last time I played Dragon Ball Fighters, it was actually I got my butt whooped by a guy in a joystick with a joystick. So I was not pleased. I was kind of, I almost wanted to quit gaming forever, and then I kind of had to look within myself and be like, no, you will play games, So,
like, I love Dragon Ball, but I know what you mean, because I have Dragon Ball Fighters, and last time I played Dragon Ball Fighters, like that one, and like the 2D kind of Street Fighter format, like Dragon Ball characters move so fast, like it doesn't work as well that way.
Yeah.
So like I got into an online match like for the first time with that game, and I swear, like I did not even touch the ground. Like once I got tapped, like I was in the air for like a whole like 20 minutes and the round was over.
Yeah,
what is going on? So I know what you mean with that. It's crazy.
Yeah, the guy was diabolical. He got off from playing Splinter Cell, and then he automatically went to Dragon Ball Fighters, and I was like, I got this. This is Dragon Ball. It's no.
Can I touch the ground, please?
Yeah, I was in the sky. Just do getting like combo attack as if I was playing Tekken. I was like, this is Dragon Ball though, So I was like, all right, whatever. But yeah, that good times. It humbled. It was a humble experience for sure. I can say that
for sure. But yeah, looking forward to what they do with Kaiju number 8. Like I said, like I'll just remain cautiously optimistic about this one.
Yeah.
Also, for Boruto TBV, so like apparently there's been like a whole bunch of rumors circling around of when the anime might return. And so far, leaks are saying it's going to be sometime like 2027 probably. And I think this was leaked out by like the leaker Worf. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but like WORLLF. And he consistently puts out like pretty credible leaks within like the anime community. And then there's been like interviews that kind of coincide with this by managing directors from Studio Pierrot, where like they were saying that the animation studio was focusing on a seasonal format rather than like a long running big format like they did for Boruto previously. And then they were also saying that their focus right now was Bleach, and then getting through with adapting like the rest of the 1,000-year Blood War for now, and that they weren't really thinking about Boruto at the moment. So it kind of ties in with all that. And I think the person who gave that interview was it was Kiro Itsumi, who's a managing director at Studio Pierrot. So yeah, it kind of looks like it makes sense, especially with the Boruto manga, that one being monthly. Like there's not a lot of material like if they come back too soon for them to adapt anyway. Like as soon as they go back to adapting that, they're already gonna within like the very, very short period of time surpass where the manga is currently, because the manga is barely ahead of where the anime left off last time. So
Well,
That's making sense.
I feel like, in a sense, Naruto did this, and it may require them to go into maybe a weekly format. Maybe this year if they decided to come back this year, but let's say they come back next year. I feel like they would still have the opportunity to sort of to still come back and be monthly if they just do what Naruto did, right? Naruto basically did an entire like slice of life type of season, sort of like and also backtracking, what's it called,
Like flashbacks.
yeah, incorporating
Yeah.
flashbacks with, because they're known for the flashbacks and the foreshadowing, but yeah, the flashbacks actually incorporated along with the actual filler. It created more of like a filler type of atmosphere, right? So yeah, it worked because it created more continuity within, like more understanding to the continuity. And I feel like Boruto could do that very same thing. As I said, a smart move for the Boruto franchise would be to actually start adapting the time skip, those 3 years within the manga format. They could give themselves time, they could slow down on the, and actually get their art right, they could get the animation right. And then the animation doesn't even have to be that good. It's just basic animation. They can have the same exact animation and make the transition after they're done with that 3-year filler arc, and they could sort of encapsulate that maybe 100 episodes, right? After that 100 episodes, you could actually have maybe a good animator or actually more firepower and attack the manga adaptation. And then that would still require, if they were to just start off with the 3-year time skip, they could still go back as Naruto did within the war arc. They could still go back and sort of go back to that same fight and finish off where they left off. So they could go to where Omnipotence started, right? And sort of really expand on that. I think they try to capitalize on these like big moments that they kind of forget the unique pauses and the atmosphere, something that Naruto did very well. And just because they want, the good positive vibes, but they can incorporate more emotion into that and into those impact scenes. I feel like that might be able to do it. And then after that, say that last, maybe they could stretch that 25 to 50 episodes. Again, the ratings, depending on how they do it, they could work in those good ratings and then also give maybe market for a potential movie. Doesn't have to be canon, it could be a non-canon movie like the Naruto franchise. I feel like there's just so many things here that they kind of either they're losing money or something's very wrong at the studio or studio period, and maybe the relation. I have no idea, but I'm highly speculative now, based off of what I'm hearing. This is interesting news, though. This is interesting news. There's some questions that I think those people that are those people that are there we go. Almost ended the entire stream.
Oh no, that would not be good.
Yeah. Maybe those people that are huge speakers within the Boruto community can actually be vocal about these things and actually, create solid plans. That's what companies do. They listen to their audience, and if there's someone with a voice with an actual valid opinion, that can actually put legitimate, and it should be crystal clear for them. They have the Naruto platform right there. But that's why there's a lot of confusion in my head, because I just don't see why they can't do the same.
Yeah, I can totally see them doing something like what you were saying, because, and arguably, like Boruto is kind of like in a better position to do that than even like Naruto was, because the manga skips around so much. Like that 3-year span, and then what happened before the 3-year span even occurred left like a whole bunch of unanswered questions. Like, how are the other villages reacting? Like, say to Naruto disappearing. You know, there was a bunch of tension there before he even disappeared, where they were like, you know, if you don't do what you got to do about this karma issue that you're having with Boruto and Kawaki, you know, we might have some falling out going on. You know what I mean? So how are they reacting to him potentially being killed by one of them? There's that. There's like what did Sumire, I always can't say her name right, but what are Sumire and Sarada doing for like those 3 years where they're just going around trying to convince everybody, you know, you guys are confused about what's going on, like what we're saying is the truth. And then there's Boruto and Sasuke. What did they do for 3 years? What was Koji doing? How did Boruto meet up with Koji? And then there's like Code chasing Boruto. I think for like that whole 3-year span, like what did Code do? You know, there's like so much stuff, and that's just even the surface level of like what they skipped like during that 3-year span. Like there's so much material they could possibly do that would fill in those gaps. So I could definitely see them doing something like that. But something definitely is going on at Studio Pure with that, because I don't know if you know, but there's like a Naruto special also coming up that they were supposed to release, I think, way back in like September of 2023, and then they delayed that further back, and now it's coming sometime this year. I forgot the exact date, and that's coming before Naruto, I say before Naruto, before Boruto comes back, and that's supposed to be I think 4 episodes. So I don't know if those are going to be almost like 4 like really long episodes, like in almost like a movie format, or like an OVA, or if it's just going to be 4 short episodes. There's not too many details on that, but something's going on.
I'm going to make a slight prediction here, or estimated guess, you could call it, right? And this is what I actually put this out on Twitter almost a few years ago, right? And Boruto is one of those mangas where I feel like it's on somewhere near the ballpark of like Demon Slayer manga, although the art on Demon Slayer is so much better, right? But if you're just talking like story narrative, even the story is a little bit more interesting. But the thing that Boruto has that Demon Slayer does not is Naruto's continuity, right? Whenever or wherever it chooses to actually use that continuity, again, in recent chapters, that there's been some discussion and debate about recent chapters sort of using that continuity, but not in the way which I feel like is authentic or proper, right? To say the least. It's very odd the way they did it, and I had to go back, right? I actually had a discussion about this on Twitter, and they said because Naruto was a perfect Jinchuriki when he had Himawari, that she has Kurama now. And I thought, well, here's the thing, right? They've never shown Kurama to be in, you know, the entire Kurama, both his yin and yang half. They've never shown that Kurama within multiple people at one time. They've only shown either a yin or a yang half. Again, there's been chakra, but that could result in more of a yang based chakra, just the actual nature, not the spirit, right? Now, in terms of like what they could potentially do, and I've said this, to actually make the ground that they want to make, they should really go with Studio Ufotable, right? And I've said this, right? This would make up for the minor details that they cannot actually implement, the slice of lifetimes, the dark atmospheres within the actual anime. It could really flesh out and really give, you know, it could really provide that Naruto-esque demeanor and atmosphere that I think most Naruto fans want. But in terms of like the actual, and I think it's quite possible they may be waiting for the end of Demon Slayer. If this is something that will if it's something that could or will happen, this is potentially what they may be doing. If there is in fact issues with Studio Period, the next best bet would be to go to Studio Ufotable, who is it's one of the leading studios out there. Now that was essentially my opinion about that. Whether they choose to do that, I feel like they don't necessarily need to go down that road. They could still take their time, strategize maybe a little bit better, and definitely go the Naruto route in terms of just ensuring that there's a sufficient amount of time to deliver episodes. They could create episodes that aren't as costing in terms of just going back and doing those flashback filler episodes, and then create a more well-rounded understanding visually. Huge disappointment on the manga side. At this point in time, I'm not even sure if they'll adapt that. But Kishimoto should be letting if Kishimoto's the main one working on this now, he should be on this game. Like if he's sick, he needs to say something. He needs to come out and do interviews, because it almost feels like either if he is the main one leading this, then that he's sort of either growing old and getting he's not getting as much assistance. He's closing himself off. There's definitely something very wrong that's going on that is not being transparent amongst fans, and fans are feeling a bit disconnected. So yeah, definitely some level of transparency I think would go a long way.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, because I don't know which anime studio Ufotable currently has under its belt. Could you list some of those, or do you know some of those?
Yeah, well, just to name a few, you've got Demon Slayer, you've got the Fate series. Let's see, what else do we got? You got basically a bunch of anime movies, but God Eater as well. What are some other ones that I'm trying to think of some that people would actually know? But yeah, most of the Fate series, God Eater. Let's see, Coyote Ragtime is another one that people may know. Yeah, so there's quite a few on the list. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like when Ufotable does it, they do it right. There's one way they can go. They could potentially go with another studio, Production IG maybe, but I feel like Production IG is kind of limited in terms of their ability. There's not really too many moments where I'm like, Production IG is going to kill this moment. I know they're going to do it. They're going to do it well, but they're not going to kill the moment. Right? They're not going to actually in a positive way. They're not going to actually.
Yeah. No, I completely get you with Production IG. Like, they'll just do it well, but I got you.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, that's
Yeah, I can see that.
There are options for them. I feel like they got options. Although they need to address some things we have concerns about in terms of the series.
I can see that for sure. We also have some news for My Hero Academia. So, like, for the movie, I think we mentioned it before on the podcast. There's a new visual release for it finally, and then we have the date for the movie now. It's going to be coming out in Japan on August 2nd, 2024. And the series creator for My Hero Academia, Hirokochi, is supervising the film, and he's providing original character designs for it as well. So that's pretty good news.
Absolutely, yeah. I was just talking about this last week. I love My Hero Academia movies. They're top notch, top notch. I gotta probably figure out who the animator is for those, but yeah, they are some of the most visually pleasing anime movies there are to date. But August 2nd is not bad. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
that's like right around the corner. The year's been going by fast as well, so that's not too far off at all.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, oh my gosh. That is crazy. We're already halfway. We're over halfway. It's almost July now. This is crazy. Yeah, I can't even. I don't even know what to say about that. But yeah, it's coming fast, guys.
Yeah. In addition to My Hero Academia, there's also a key visual for Soul Eater that was drawn by its series creator as well, and this is for their 20th series anniversary. And they're going to have this at exhibitions for the anime taking place at the Tokyo Japan Space Galleria, and that exhibition is going to be from August 23rd to September 23rd. So people are able to get like tickets and things like that for right now, and they're having like a sort of like mini campaign for it. And then they're also going to have another event that's going to take place in Ahsoka at a another sort of like mini exhibition as well. I think like it could potentially hint at like something new for this series. I don't know if they're planning something like a sequel or like a revamp or like another series or like a movie, but just the fact that they're doing multiple exhibitions for Soul although I can't talk for Soul Eater makes me think something is coming up, which is pretty good news.
Yeah, I think a movie would be probably the best move. I'm not too sure if a lot of people are familiar with Soul Eater, but in terms of like it's I think that would really help provide context if they were to do some type of maybe prequel or even maybe just a one-off non-canon movie. I feel like that would do the series a lot of good. Yeah, dang.
Yeah, I think so as well. Like I keep saying, like over and over again, like the movies, especially if it's like a prequel film or if it's like a separate, uh, like a completely separate, I don't want to say continuity, but like a contained story, but it still introduces you to like the characters of the main story and like what they're like, and then just the overall theme and vibe of that anime or just story or whatever they're going for. It can ease people into it without them having to go back and go watch like the whole 150 plus episodes that they might have missed, because that can be daunting. So I'm always for like movies and stuff like that, or like side OVAs that can get people into the show.
I'm all for that. That's hopefully, I'm, fingers crossed. Um, but in other news, near Automata, I believe that's how you pronounce that. If you guys are familiar with the old school games, near Automata is pretty interesting. But they released some news in regards to there was some release news about season 2 of its anime. I guess it's set to release on June 5th, 2024 in Japan. It's essentially based platinum game. It's an RPG, but I think from what I did see season part of season 1. Most of the aesthetic is very video game like. And I thought that wasn't bad. A lot of people, I think, when they think of AI, this is one of the movies that they kind of come to, and it kind of scares them in a way because the story narrative isn't too bright. Let's say that. Oh, what are your thoughts on that season 2 news?
Yeah, I feel like I've been living under a rock because I didn't even know that Nier Automata had a season 1 or an anime. Like I played the video game, so I know, you know, what it's about, and I'm familiar with the characters and things like that. So when I seen the news about this, I was like, oh snap, like there's a new Nier Automata anime coming out. And then like when I was looking more into it, it's just like, no, it's for season 2 in the anime. And I'm like, oh wait, there's a season 2. I need to go back and watch season 1. But like no, I think this is pretty interesting. Like it's really good news. Like I said, I need to go back and watch season 1. But I agree with you when you say that like when people think of AI immediately, like what the Nier Automata series would be like something that immediately comes to mind. Because like the overall story from what I remember of the game was kind of dark. So like you said,
For those of you,
I completely get what you're saying.
Yeah, right. I mean, like, so I guess to give you guys some context, right, as to what we're talking about. The Automata is essentially like an action playing game, but it's actually by Square Enix, which is by one of my favorite game developers. If you guys are familiar with like games like Final Fantasy or I think they even created one Assassin's Creed game, if I'm not mistaken. Essentially, it's set in a post-apocalyptic world, and it follows, I guess, a story of like of combat androids, right? And they're battling against alien machines, right? But I'll give you guys a little context after I get done explaining this next part, right? So it's set in a distant future where Earth is invaded by extraterrestrial machines, machine life forms, right? Humanity has been forced to flee to the moon, leaving the planet to the machines. Although what happens is toward the end, at least of certain games, it's shown that these extraterrestrial machine life forms that are invading Earth, right? These AI, you could call it, and most people think AI, but AI isn't what most people think it is. I'll just point that out. Even generative AI. These machines end up that the protagonist actually fighting against, right, in this apocalyptic world, is they're actually humans. And what's been happening is these humans have been getting killed and dying. So these machines end up being a spoiler. These machines are actually human. And so that's, I guess, a part of the dark aesthetic, you might say, in terms of like predictability in the future. As most people, this is what comes to mind. And Nier Automata has been a game for decades, right? So that's just to give you guys some context as to how much influence it may or may not carry within society, right? So yeah.
No, like 2B is very popular as a character. I see people cosplaying as the character 2B from the game like all the time.
2B, yeah. Hands down, yeah, she's hot, man. She's hot.
Real. But like but like one thing though that I did like about the game series, like if any of you out there listening want to check it out, you can go back and like play through it multiple times, and then the different times you play through it, like there are different perspectives that you can see from the different characters. So I thought that was a unique aspect of the game. It has a lot of replay value, and it's very narrative driven. Like it has action elements in it, but the narrative really pulls you in with that one.
That is a good point. And it does. So yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely check it out if you guys. We might be doing. Maybe we'll do a watch party. It's the animation is not bad. It's got a lot of CGI in it, which turns a lot of people off. I think with season 2, hopefully, if they don't incorporate as much CGI, it might skyrocket. It might skyrocket. This is the year where people they're developing a better understanding for things like these for this, and it just may so July 5th. I guess there's definitely a date. I've definitely got to catch up on season 1 now. I'll just say that. Next up we got Tower of God season 2. Yeah, new key visuals released for the 2nd season, which debuts in Japan July 7th. It's here, baby. It's here. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. This is the kind of news that I wanted. This is the kind of news that I wanted right here. Now I'm interested because a lot of people that have seen season 1, when you realize how big the universe is and how many more episodes we need to get, it's over 600 chapters now, guys. I just want to let you guys know that it is competing with the likes of Naruto, One Piece, JoJo, Bizarre, all the other large manga chapter mangas. So yeah, for sure, this is going to be big. I think, I kid you not, it's going to surpass One Piece in terms of plot, story, narrative, world building. The list just goes on. Writing, art, animation. It's going to come. If you even seen season 1, it just gives me chills of how great this is going to be. But I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I saw the actual key visual, and I like how they just kept the 2 characters in the center and they kept it nice and simple. Like they didn't overdo the visual, and it's coming pretty soon. Like July 7th is right around the corner. I still need to watch through season 1. I watched like a couple episodes of it, but I didn't finish through the season yet. The manga is like you said, it's like 600 chapters. So I'm gonna try to go and watch season 1 before season 2 comes out to kind of catch up on the going on with that, so I can just seamlessly transition into what is going on with season 2 before it gets too far ahead. But I'm excited for it. Like Tower of God, you actually put me on that one to try it. So
yeah, I'll do some watch parties. I was actually rewatching it last week. Yeah, I'll do some watch parties in a heartbeat. So yeah, no problem at all. I'll do it tonight. Matter of fact, it just let me know, or throughout the week, whenever is clever. Yeah, it's definitely working its way to be one of my all-time favorite series. And just the amount of attention to detail that I think that is something it has over One Piece, is the amount of attention to detail, and the amount of just consistency, coming back, and it has as many characters, if not more, than One Piece, which is crazy. But the way that you learn to kind of section it off is productive. And it's just interesting. The world is like nothing I think I've seen other. It's like it's not an oligarchy, seemingly. So it kind of gives more of that, I guess, European aesthetic, similar to a lot of older manga. So it's definitely got some good roots in there. But yeah.
Yeah, it has a different art style, but like the aesthetic kind of reminds me of not the art style, but the European aesthetic kind of reminds me of what it's on the tip of my tongue. We just talked about it last time. Attack on Titan a little bit with the European vibes that it kind of gives off.
And I don't think it's that dated, but it is somewhere near the ballpark. So yeah, I will say that.
For sure. I'll be checking this one out pretty soon. I'm gonna be caught up with season 1 before season 2 comes out. I'm watching that one, and then I'm finishing up Terror and Resonance. So I'll be giving you my thoughts on that one next time as well. But
Yeah.
going good so far. Lord of the Rings though is having a anime prequel film. Interestingly enough, it's called The War of Rohirrim. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But the film is coming out on December 13th, 2024. And it's interesting that this is a prequel film because we were literally just talking about that when we were talking about the My Hero Academia film, and how you were saying like you know, prequel films are a good way to just kind of get people into you know, the anime or just knowing what's going on.
No, yeah, absolutely. And you know, they've got a little bit more budget, a little bit more experience under their belt, but I'm glad they're taking this route, right? Not a lot of people know about Lord of the Rings. Not a lot of people are willing to sit through 3-hour movies. So this is hands down the best way to incorporate people within that world. If you watch The Hobbit, maybe you sat down, and for some of you guys out there that are familiar with the Lord of the Rings series and have introduced your siblings, whether younger or cousins, younger or not, or children to this movie, then this franchise, and you know, this may also be something that you would like. So this is great news. December 13th is not a bad time, not a bad turnaround.
Yeah, that's like right around the corner. And like you said, like it's a good way to reintroduce it. Cause me, like I haven't watched the original Lord of the Rings films in like a long time. Like I was really little when I watched the original film, so I kind of forgot like what happened. So like a prequel film is the perfect way to kind of just refresh me on the world and what's going on. Because yeah, last thing I seen was like the later movies, like the old Lord of the Rings. Like if somebody pops up talking to me about what happened on that, like I just remember like a few scenes, like my precious.
My precious. Yeah. I'm forgetting. I don't know if it has a. I'm forgetting if it has a name. I just call it Precious. Yeah,
Precious.
Yeah, it's the OG Precious right there.
Oh no, the OG. Would you like to move on to our movie segment?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, so Godzilla X-Con, like apparently there's already a sequel film already in the works for this. It's being developed by the studio, and it's directed by Grant Sputore. I hope I didn't butcher his name. And it's going to be screenwritten by Dave Callahan, who also screen wrote for Shang-Chi and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. We don't have a official date of when this one is coming as of yet, but we do know that it's already underway and it's in the works, and they got people together that are currently working on it. So
interesting. Okay. Godzilla, or Shang-Chi and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This is so.
yeah, that's interesting to me because like those are completely different films.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what to make out of this. Yeah, Shang-Chi and then Spider-Man. Isn't like Spider-Man Across the Universe, Spider-Verse, a animated series?
Yeah, it's an animated series, and then I mean, because you got a kaiju film here, an animated series, and then Shang-Chi is like, you know, like big NCU movie. So
Yeah.
like they're all three of them have completely different vibes, but I guess like on the positive side, like I guess it shows versatility.
It does. It definitely does. And yeah, I mean, the fact that these two were written, and that's a good point. I'm glad you pointed that out because, yeah, I guess Dave knows what he's doing because, you know, hopefully, just thinking of like Shang-Chi, I think it was the choreography was pretty good. The storyboarding was pretty good. And then I guess I would say the same for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse was a phenomenal movie. I thought it was pretty good. And then they're going to be making a Godzilla versus Kong. I hope that this is going to be a sequel. So it's going to be a sequel, and I don't want them to go full Rampage, as in like the video game. I want it. I wanted to carry a serious tone, but I wanted to really kind of give information about the characters. I feel like there's so much focus on these characters in action that there's so much information that hasn't been fully displayed or implemented within the narrative of these movies, which hopefully with in Shang-Chi, I don't recall that there was a lot of that. So at the very least, we'll be getting just another Godzilla versus Kong movie. Not anything worse, not anything better, just another one. But yeah, I mean, I'm a Godzilla versus Kong fan. In fact, I just watched the latest one maybe a few months ago. So yeah.
Yeah, I watched it in theaters actually a few months ago as well. Like it was a fun movie. So
yeah, and I almost shed a tear toward the end. Whoa, they stopped fighting. Whoa, that was beautiful. Came in and did they got it. I'm trying not to spoil, but I guess I'll just move on.
Yeah. Moving on, like Longlegs, we saw a long time ago the trailer for this movie here on the podcast. This was the one where it was like a horror film that kind of had like a mysterious vibe, and it was starring Nicolas Cage. But apparently the movie is pretty good according to like some reviews. It's been getting pretty favorable reviews before it comes out. And just a reminder, this one's coming to theaters on July 12th, 2024. Like I remember when we were looking at the trailer on this on the podcast here, like we were just looking at what was going on. And then I remember you said, dang, like they didn't even need to show Nicolas Cage because they didn't even show this man like in that trailer. But like the trailer did a good job of like holding a mysterious but menacing feel to it. So
absolutely,
I might actually go in and watch this one just because word has been good about this one.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage, like he just is just S tier, S plus tier. This as an actor, and the production levels definitely show that he's going to be in this movie. It's not even showcasing like the potential. It's not even just showcasing the potential of the film or yes, the potential of the actor, because he doesn't have to do that. He does whatever he wants to do, and that's phenomenal news. that is already favorable reviews. I may just be going to go see this, in theaters, as a matter of fact. So yeah, July 12th is not a bad day to go check out this movie. Heck yeah, it's getting close to fall, so for sure. And if it's a really scary movie, this is probably the best time to drop it while it's hot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But dang, yeah. Next up, we have Final Fantasy IV, a new movie begins development in July rather. Some of the actors, such as Joseph Quinn, will play the Human Torch. It has been saying they're getting in shape for the film, which is good.
Oh, the Human Torch. So like Fantastic Four. You said Final Fantasy 4.
Did I say Final Fantasy 4?
Yeah. Final Fantasy 4.
Holy crap.
A Final Fantasy 4 movie though would go hard, I'm not gonna lie, but
we'll just wipe that off the board. We'll wipe that off the board there. It's Fantastic Four though. Fantastic Four. Now I did hear that some there have been some rumors regarding this and possible villains playing in this movie, because I think the last movie I remember them making, I know they made like a they made a few appearances. They made like a new movie after the Silver Surfer, which wasn't bad, but I don't think it kicked off like Silver Surfer. In my eyes, like Silver Surfer was almost like Watchmen level, in terms of just quality and story, and just the way it was directed. It felt very sci-fi, which it really showcased like the potential of the Fantastic Four, because they're pretty. They find themselves in a lot of peculiar situations. And the Human Torch, that's interesting. I mean, he's probably got the least character development in terms of what I am familiar with. And maybe that just showcases what I know about him. But I don't know if you guys have any opinions about the Human Torch. If you guys prefer Human Torch, let me know. Let us know. But yeah, that's interesting news.
Yeah, like the Silver Surfer was the one that I remember the most. I think there was one, like you said, either before or after that one, but for sure the Silver Surfer was the highlight because I remember that one more than the other ones. I can't even remember the the plot too much of the movies that came before or after that for the Fantastic Four in particular. So I'm hoping this one is going to be pretty good. I wasn't even aware before this that there was a Fantastic Four movie coming out, so this is good news.
I think they played in the latest Doctor Strange movie, I think, or was it Scarlet Witch?
I think it might have been Scarlet.
No, it was both, maybe both, maybe. I don't know.
I think it might have been Scarlet Witch because because I don't remember the Fantastic Four being. Wait, were they? I don't think the Fantastic Four was in the last.
They showed up. I want to say they showed up in like a multiverse that Scarlet Witch was trying to kill. I think she was trying to kill Doctor Strange, and then forgetting which is Doctor from the Stretch Man from I can't even think of his name, from the Fantastic Four.
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic, yeah. He showed up, and it was
you know what? No, I'm slow because they were cameoed in Doctor Strange, right? And it was in Doctor Strange too.
It was like a version of them in another multiverse, basically.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes, I mean, yeah. Hopefully, they keep the same actors or similar actors, because I think, I really didn't expect them to pop up in that movie. And I was like, whoa, the Fantastic. Yeah. It was crazy. But yeah, good stuff. Dang. Next up we have Bad Boys for Life, Ride or Die. Right. Why did I just say
Ride
that?
or Die.
I guess it made $130 million at box office and opening day. Would that be correct? I think that's right.
It opened to $138 million at the box office apparently, and this as a whole, like in putting all the Bad Boys movies together, like as a franchise, it's gone past like $1 billion in total earnings. So that's pretty good for Bad Boys for Life, but it's good for the
Ride or Die.
Yeah, Ride or Die. It's good for the box office in general, because like I've been hearing lately, like a lot of people being worried about the movie theaters now that we have like streaming services now, like Netflix, Disney Plus, and we get sometimes movies they'll just release on there first before they even come to theaters, depending on the movie. And some movies won't even come to theaters in general. So there's been like a lot of talks about will movie theaters or the box office or whatever become irrelevant, but apparently not, because movies are still coming out and making the big bucks at the box office. And this one though, I've been wanting to see. I'm probably going to see this one pretty soon because I do like the Bad Boy series. So
Yeah, apparently, I guess it's just about the experience, right? People love the experience. People need to feel like they need the experience, and it's got what they don't have. They don't have to invest money and the equipment. But I heard something. Oh, I saw something that apparently Will Smith has just been popping up into theaters, surprising, surprising fans as
Oh wow.
as they come out of the theater, and then like fans, whoa, Will Smith, yeah,
Well, that's kind of cool.
right, yeah. So that's pretty cool, and has people questioning whether or not it was just Jada. Come on, man, it's both of them. They're both crazy. But yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure. More so, I think Jada is a little bit crazier, but they're both crazy.
fact. Like, Jada's still stuck in the '90s, and Will Smith is stuck in his head.
Yeah.
So, bad situation all around, but good for the box office. Heck yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Inside Out too. Going back to the box office movies, just movies still doing well. This one was an animated film and it opened to a historic 140 to 150 million dollar opening, for potentially making it the second or third biggest animated opening of all time in the United States. Like the only movies that made more money than Inside Out 2 was The Incredibles, which I think that one made like, I want to say like $180 million at the box office. And then there was like Super Mario Bros. That made around like $150 million. So
Yeah.
this one might pass the Super Mario Brothers movie. I seen both of those. The Super Mario Brothers movie. I just remember like the Jet Black singing scene. That one took me off guard.
The
But
browser, yeah.
yeah. I was like, oh no, that took me off guard. But
I'm surprised because Super Mario Brothers it should have made numbers like
oh yeah.
across the world, because Super Mario has been around for decades.
Oh yeah, like that movie was actually pretty fun though. From what I remember, that I actually enjoyed that one, and especially with them having the lineup of actors that they did for that one.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It was on point. And
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
now I was gonna say I watch. I gotta watch it again sometime.
Yeah, I think right behind like these films probably would be like Frozen. I think made like Frozen is definitely up there. It's probably like number 4. But man, like I remember when Frozen came out, like I just kept hearing the soundtrack over and over again of people singing it. Do you want to be a snowman? I was like, no, make it stop, Like
there are memes everywhere. People were asking me that. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Asking each other, do you want to be a snowman? Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah. But it is but it's good though that movies are doing well and that animated films are doing well as well and still doing good. There's also a new Hunger Games movie supposedly on the way. It's called Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping, and this one is coming to theaters on November 20th, 2026 to be specific.
What? Yeah, I am surprised. I mean, 2026 seems like just a number a date they threw out there, but I guess there isn't really any. Is there? Do you know if there's any news in terms of like its production date or whether it's in production?
I think it's in production already. I just don't know beyond like it being in production. I don't know too much about this film because I thought it concluded with the last one. So I don't know if it's going to be following like an independent story or where it's going to go from there, because I know the original films, they were loose adaptations of the Hunger Games book series.
Yeah. So from what I remember, the last Hunger Games, it basically ended.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
the
it's
war
like
ended. It was like So I'm kind of confused. It's like,
what is happening? Yeah.
like they would have to create an entirely new storyline. Sunrise of the Reaping. That sounds like a start of a brand new franchise, a brand new storyline to me. The Reaping is a killing, and the war had ended. People got, if you're familiar with the last Hunger Games that came out, essentially the war ended, and the well, I guess war is probably a spoiler anyways, but the entire system got changed. So this would have, I mean, either or it's fantastic news, because I'm a huge Hunger Games fan. As I've just said, I pretty much seen all the movies. I even binge them now. Like I binge like Harry Potter. It's like a seasonal thing for me. So yeah, I mean, that's great news. 2026, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I like the Hunger Games as well. So when this one comes out, I'll be checking it out. And I'm just gonna say, like, may the odds be ever in this movie's favor.
Oh my god. No, he didn't. All right. Okay. What are your thoughts on Hunger Games? Like, how do you feel about the Hunger Games?
I like the Hunger Games series, and I like the concept of the Hunger Games. It's still one of the cases where I thought that the books were a little bit better, but I guess that just comes with when you're reading the books, like things are a lot more descripted and vivid, and you kind of make up things in your head and scenes in your head, and when you see it on screen for the first time, it doesn't quite pop up like as you envision. But I think like what they did with it, I know some people were disappointed with it, but I liked what they did with the film series as far as their interpretation of what was in the books.
Mm-hmm.
So for this one, I have pretty good feelings about it. I think it's going to be worth the watch.
Okay, I can see that too. Dang, wow. I mean, honestly, I'm that's probably the most surprising thing I've heard all day. That this is going to. I'm almost like it's rumored, but I've definitely got to see some trailers. So whenever the trailer releases for this, we got to make sure to share the trailer with you guys. So whenever the latest comes out regarding the Hunger Games, just make sure to stay tuned.
Yeah, like one more thing though that I will say about the Hunger Games, like I do like the premise though, because it almost reminds me of like I think it was influenced in a way by like Greek mythology and things like that, and like how they used to have the Colosseum fights.
Mm-hmm.
Because I kind of get that that vibe from it, the way that it's set in like a post-apocalyptic setting, but then at the same time they kind of have to be drawn from where they stay and then kind of fight for their people and survival type of thing, even though like it's in its own
Rome. You meant Rome.
Yeah, for Rome. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, that hands down, that I get 100%. I get that 100% vibe from the Hunger Games. No, I'll let you continue.
I lost my train of thought, but never mind. But yeah.
I guess I'll move on to the next segment then. I guess next up we have our news and update section. Looks like there's a new Cybertruck on the market. So a Cybertruck has been spotted. A Cybertruck was spotted in Southern California, guys. As a patrol car, a cyber patrol police car has been spotted. I kid you not.
Oh no!
I don't even know what to think about this. Have you ever been chased down by a Tesla before?
You're not running away from no Cybertruck. You're not running away.
You're not getting away. And,
that's instant torque right there. Electric motors and all.
Yeah. You may not get and I don't know how strong it is either, because I'm told it's bulletproof. So it might be a little difficult to it might be shoving you off the road almost immediately. You
Oh
know?
no! Like imagine like if somebody tries to run away or something, and then they just have like a Tesla Cybertruck blockade. Like you're not you're not getting past them, man.
Yeah, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. Yeah, but
Yeah, but that's kind of wild.
yeah, and Southern California, so other people are gonna be adopting this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, they all they need is some good tires on that thing, some good suspension modifications, and the state, these departments they've got the money to make it happen. For these all of these departments that instantly implement like Dodge Chargers and stuff, them switching to Cybertrucks is not only cost efficient, but it's environmentally efficient, and it's also gonna ensure that you're getting chased down. Like you're not running away. The moment you try to burn out, you're getting sideswiped. So
Right, it's only a matter of time. Like I remember I was seeing like videos initially where like they were thinking that they would be used for like cab services and stuff like that first, but I think like being used by the police department makes like a whole lot of sense. And it reminds me, like you said, of like how they transitioned a long time ago from going from like the Crown Vics to the Dodge Chargers, because at first I just seen like a few of them, but then like they were all over the place. I think that's kind of going to be the same thing here with the Cybertruck, and it's in California. I think Southern California where it was spotted. And like California is like one of those states where like they just like to be the first person to adopt things first, and then it kind of spreads out from there. So I can see them kind of being everywhere in a matter of time, slowly but surely, kind of like the Charger. I remember there were a couple of Camaro police cars around the same time there were the Charger ones coming out a long time ago too, but those didn't last as long or pick up as much. But yeah, I definitely see that happening.
I could only, and this is, I think it's quite possibly the beginning. You can see like a lot of places are, and the police departments are starting to adopt this technology, whether that's robots, just eyes and ears. We got CCTV, and now we've got Cybertruck. So, what do you think would be the next thing that would be implemented in society when it pertains to law enforcement?
Ooh, I remember I could see something as far as like surveillance being implemented more, because I remember a long time ago, and we had it on the podcast as well, where like they had a like a patrol bot that was like going down the sidewalks of the streets that was kind of alerting the police department of a crime before or not before it was committed, but when it was actually committed. And then they would just get the alert back at the police department before they went out. So I could see like more things like that. I think with like the Cybertrucks, I know there's built-in there are a lot more built-in electronics within it. So I can see it making it easier as far as like them doing their job, because I know like police officers, they have like a whole hooked up setup where like they got their laptop, and then they got like all this information in front of them inside the police car.
Mm-hmm.
With like the Cybertruck, they probably won't have to even do all that. All that might just just be pre built in, come with it kind of thing. So
yeah,
I could definitely see that improving efficiency that way.
See, yeah, that's a wow. I see. That's another thought. But we'll give you guys some more content. We'll expand on this a little later, guys. I mean, it's all around. It's very interesting, and I could definitely feel like there's something to this, but yeah, I guess we'll have to expand on that later. Let us know. Let us know what you guys think down below. Give us your thoughts, because you probably go a few different directions with this, but regardless, you know, it's good. It's informative, and it's things that I think it's good for us to be aware of.
For sure. Do you want to go into some gaming?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's go into it.
Yeah, so like we talked about this one before on the channel for the new Dragon Ball game that's bringing back like those old Budokai Tenkaichi vibes, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. So before we didn't have any kind of like release date or anything for this one. The only thing that we had was like a trailer and then the fact that it was coming out. But we do have news now due to the latest trailer that showed back at the I think the summer game festival. It was a little bit after that, where this game is coming out this year, October 2024. Like me, I thought it was actually going to be a little bit later, but the fact that it's coming pretty soon is good news, because October is what, like 4 months from now, because we're in June right now. So that's not that far off. And then another thing that I seen with this game, like the graphics are really good, and there's like explosions and stuff like that going on all over the place. So I was thinking with this game they were going to bring back like the local like split screen play, where I don't know if you had like the old Budokai Tenkaichi games, but I if you remember, like on those games, there was like the split screen mode where like you could play on the couch and stuff like that with your friends and things like that. I didn't think that was going to come back with, you know, all the explosions and things going on with the game, but apparently they're implementing it. You just can't use it on like the stages where like there's big mountains and stuff like that all over the place, but like a stage where there's the hyperbolic time chamber, like you can play split screen against your buddies and stuff without having to use the internet for, like, you know, couch co-op play. So I think that's pretty cool.
They brought back the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah.
See, that was one of my favorite, and I think I'm forgetting, because I think at least in Budokai 3, it was like an area or a map where either your health died, or I want to say either like your health like decreased as the level continued, or it didn't, as opposed to other maps. But I mean, regardless, like I'm about to play a trailer right now, but from what I saw, it was extremely beautiful. It was extremely colorful, and yes, it did absolutely remind me of the Budokai series, Budokai Tenkaichi Kaiji series. And yeah, as you can tell, here it is. Test of power. I guess we'll see. I don't know if we get copyrighted.
Into a million pieces, just like I did that. You talking about thrilling? Don't you dare! I'm not going to help you. You were only a ride. Are you ready? Do it! Well, the way you slice it, there's only one way to save her. Goodbye, my friends. No matter what it takes, I need to rescue Gohan. Goku, wait! What? Ever forgive me for this. Now you will suffer my wrath.
Yo, first off, I mean, the colors are just on point. Oh, they got Trunks, but they got my favorite Trunks in there.
You are a prison boy.
Fresh out the hyperbolic time chamber.
The true form of autonomous ultra is my turn. Change everything.
Whoa! They got yo,
Nice.
They got everyone in here. They got everyone in here. And they got Vegeta, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. They got, what is this?
Never forgive you for this.
Oh, Super Saiyan. They got Super Saiyan, the original. They got the Nimbus Cloud in there. They got Cell. What are Trunks? What? Is that the Zamazu? I think that's how you say his name. And Goku Black. Oh my gosh! They got Goku. Look at that attack! Oh my, is that Broly?
Yeah, I think that's Broly.
They got Ultra Instinct in here. I'm forgetting the ball aliens name. I wonder if they got hit in here.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the bald guy is Jiren, but if they have Jiren in here, then they definitely have hit.
Yeah, I mean they would have to, right? I mean,
yeah, that would just be weird if they didn't have hit in there.
October 11th, guys, and we were just talking about this like maybe a few podcasts ago. How it would essentially play like we hope it plays like the Budokai Tenkaichi series, and what do you know? It looks like Budokai Tenkaichi scaled up. It's crazy.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it literally just looks like Budokai Tenkaichi. I can never say that name, but it looks like the Budokai games, like you said, scaled up with the I don't know if you ever seen the game Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but it looks like an updated version of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's art style, kind of, with Budokai Tenkaichi's gameplay.
Okay, I guess that's another game I might have missed. That was at the last game, like after that was after Fighter Z.
That was after Fighters, I think, and after I want to say after Xenoverse 2. I don't remember if Xenoverse 2 came out first or Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but I don't blame you. They released like 4 Dragon Ball Z games within like a short span of time, because there was like that game, Xenoverse 2, Fighters, and I feel like I'm missing another one. But the only one out of those that I picked up myself was Dragon Ball Fighters. So I don't blame you if you don't remember it, because they released a bunch within a short span of time.
They did, yeah. I mean, this is great. I almost want to pick this up just so I could kind of reminisce on the times where I played. And it was like basically mastered Budokai and Budokai Tenkaichi series.
Yeah, like me, like I'm gonna pick it up for sure, just for like nostalgia's sake. Like, because I didn't care that much for like Xenoverse 2 and Kakarot and there's another one, man. But anyways, I didn't care too much for those ones. The only one that I picked up in that span of time was Kakarot. I almost said Kakarot was Dragon Ball Fighters. But this one for sure, like I'm definitely gonna pick this one up, just because I had such a good time back in the day playing Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Yeah.
But another game that came out recently is Destiny 2, the Final Shape. This one, if you guys aren't familiar with the Destiny series, it's like an online first-person shooter that takes place in the future. This game released a little while back, a little over a week ago on June 4th, 2024. But a lot of people have been saying that it's pretty good. So if you haven't checked this one out, you might want to give it a look at.
Here it is right here.
The witness brought darkness into the traveler to turn their threat into our annihilation.
Something's changed in the Guardian. New power. I can feel it.
Zero Guardian. Be brave in dark places, for we are the light of hope.
Holy crap. Holy crap. I will give you guys a little backstory. So Destiny 2 actually, well, Destiny just in general, when I first found out about Destiny, I was extremely excited about it. They showed, I think it was like E3, they showed like a clip. It was like a 15-minute clip of just straight gameplay. And again, here, what you've seen is straight gameplay. I believe this is a DLC, is it not?
Yeah, it's a expanded version of the game that's already out.
Yes, and it's only releasing. It's releasing. Oh, it's released, as you can see. So, if I'm not mistaken, is that correct? Yeah, it looks like
it's released.
So it's a little dated, but yeah, this is the first time that I'm seeing this, but there has been released gameplay because, of course, it's released, and people have just been going this. I've seen so many videos already trending of just the amount of attention to detail, like the expanded world. You could pretty much go to every planet. It's not like Star Citizen where you can basically fly. You can get in the ship, you can control the ship, you could control how it flies, in space and then land on another planet. It's not that crazy. There is some form of like speed travel, but aside from that, like it'll go from like story mode to like a first person RPG. It plays very similar to like Call of Duty, but it's like a combination of Halo and Call of Duty and Fortnite, right? In terms of like customization. And so yeah, it's extremely a beautiful game to play. And I just after seeing this trailer, I almost want to give it another try. I almost because yeah, people have been using like some of the quirky, I guess, mechanics where you can like dance and break dance. And I think someone
I've
was
seen that.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
If you were like break dancing on this distant platform in like the middle of space, there's amongst the cosmos in this universe, and I was like, whoa, that looks beautiful. Like, what game is this again? Oh, it's Destiny, duh. So absolutely, very cool. Very cool stuff. Yeah. I don't know if you guys want to see me play that over on the Zone Voyager channel. Let me know, because if you guys say that, hey, I might just pick it up and play it. I might have some Destiny Let's Plays. But definitely let me know if you guys are interested. Next up we have Prince of Persia: The Sand of Time, a remake coming 2026. What?
Yeah, like I don't think for this one there's any gameplay footage of this yet, but it was announced that it's a thing that is being made and it's coming sometime in 2026. For me, that is super exciting because I had the first 3 Prince of Persia games, and I had so much fun playing those, especially with like the whole time reversal thing that it had going on. I remember like when I was little, like to me, like that was just the coolest thing. So I'm pretty excited for this. Oh, go ahead, my bad.
Hands down, no. Yeah, I definitely remember playing that as well, trying to scale the walls, run on the walls, just
the wall running and the hopping and stuff like that. Like all that was new to me post or pre Assassin's Creed, because they implemented it into Assassin's Creed later. And Prince of Persia is made by the same developers who worked on that game later. And it's like
Right, yeah.
As soon as they went to Assassin's Creed, it's like they completely forgot about Prince of Persia.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I mean, maybe it's because Assassin's Creed it's just been it's kind of losing its spark a little bit, but hopefully, they create different types of mobile games and different platforms, and I guess the sales aren't necessarily growing or expanding. So hopefully, with this Prince of Persia game, they could really show us, what this is about, because I do remember Prince of Persia being phenomenal, and really showing that gore, really kind of implementing some of those tactics to really kind of traverse the location where you're at, not just kind of implementing like powers through like universal time things like quantum computers to project your conscious into someone from the past. Yeah, it's kind of breaking the people's perception of physics a little bit, and kind of disconnects them a little bit. But as time continues, I think maybe Attack on Titan will make a return, possibly, if quantum computing doesn't basically just revamp society by that point in time. But yeah, this is phenomenal news. Heck, 2026, Prince of Persia. Yeah, I gotta see this, and I gotta see this in Unreal Engine 5. Like, and Ubisoft, come on, man, come on.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this one.
Let's see. It looks like we got a comment. A baronet, abbreviation bar, or female equivalent. A baronetess is the holder of a baron. Oh, okay. Oh, random comment. All right, cool. Thanks for joining us. Anyways, yeah, feel free to like and comment, subscribe, of course, if you're joining us.
Might have been talking about maybe 2B.
Oh, quite possibly. If that's what you're saying, make sure to clarify for us if you could. Next up, we have Call of Duty Black Ops 6 coming October 24th, 2024. Usually comes right after, or maybe right after, right before Assassin's Creed, if I remember correctly. That's I think those are the two games that I think that I would get like on holidays, like is those two games. So yeah, I mean, I saw the trailer. The trailer looks pretty dang good. It looks like this is the right, Treyarch is really kind of putting together a solid platform for this game this time around, and it's something that I think many Call of Duty fans, and old and new, will really appreciate, because they're not only incorporating round-based zombies, they're incorporating things like it's Black Ops, so of course some of the maps are making a return, of course. It's just going to be interesting all around. They've got Unreal Engine 5, if I haven't said that already. So, and maybe I should just show a trailer. Maybe show a short trailer. Hopefully they don't copyright me, but let's try it anyways. Black Ops 6 trailer. Yeah, that's all the extended version here on this one is 1 minute. This one is, we'll do this one right here. Doesn't really show a lot of gameplay, but unlike the other trailers, but this is, what is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll do this one. All right, cool.
I didn't even know. Did the last Black Ops game even have like the title Black Ops 5? Because I don't remember there ever being a Black Ops 5.
I don't remember them being a Black Ops 4. I don't think there was.
I don't think there was. I know there was Black Ops Cold War, I believe.
There's Cold
War. So
maybe
maybe they just considered that number 5, because I don't remember there ever being a 5. I have number 4, but
okay, yeah, that's right. Yes, that's right. They did make a Black Ops 4.
Yeah, Black Ops 4 was the one that it's kind of futuristic.
I want to say they did make a. No, you're 100% right. And 3 is also futuristic as well, though.
Yeah, 3 is as well.
But I know they I want to say they made just Call of Duty, like a new one, but they kind of just encapsulated all the Call of Duties, like 1, 2, 3, like basically I think it was like 4 or 5 of them into like one Call of Duty, and they call it Call of Duty. So I don't know if that was like an official new release, just kind of and scaling, but
I know what you mean. It was the Call of Duty Modern Warfare remake, where they just called it Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and then they just kind of went on from there. They just called it Modern Warfare 2, and then you know they just kept going on like a reboot. But I just looked it up now. No, like there isn't one that's called Call of Duty Black Ops 5. So I guess they just called Black Ops Cold War. I guess they're just considering that 5. And they're just skipping the 6. Because when I seen the title, I was like, 6? I don't ever remember there being a 5.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I guess they're skipping numbers now because they want to backtrack like Xbox, but whatever. Yeah. Well, let me see. Here it is.
The Soviet Union is no more, despite a potential for instability and chaos. These events clearly serve our national interest. Free from the specter of global conflict.
Today we celebrate the mystery of American renewal.
Was that a scene from Civil War? What the heck? Hold on real quick. That straight up looks like a scene from Civil War, the movie that came out this year, but I'll continue.
Mystery of American renewal.
Something's going on.
Activision,
Something big.
I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter.
I figured if I stuck around hell long enough, I'd see the devil. How's he look?
I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter.
The agency is compromised, but being hunted from the inside.
I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter.
You don't have
all right, first thing to notice, there's some gameplay going on here. Yeah.
to trust me, Marshall, but it might be better if you do. Hey, it's something you should see. What the hell are we getting into? Don't trust anyone.
You broke into a CIA black site. Are you out of your mind?
Things got complicated.
Not in a million years. Not in a million years we making that jump. Anyways.
He's gone. He's gone.
Let me see. Title of Baron. Okay, well. Barons rank below Barons and above. This is interesting facts that we're getting here live on the Sing Zone podcast. Not really pertaining to the topic at hand, but much appreciated, Stella Maris. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. We'll fact check these facts that you're posting here later on, but much appreciated. No, but Call of Duty Black Ops 6, apparently there has been no confirmed kill streaks, but I do have a feeling that may make a return. It'd be very difficult for me to consider the fact that, of course, they confirmed that there'll be round-based zombies, but there won't be kill streaks. Like, that was one of the best things that they said. They said they'd be bringing back the best. Well, bring back the best. That was the kill streaks. And it did look like there was partial kill streaks that may be implemented within not only the story mode, but in multiplayer as well. And yeah, I mean, this is interesting news for all the Call of Duty fans out there. I don't exactly know what to make out of it. You know, I feel like I've seen it trending. They kind of want me to get it free because I have Xbox Game Pass. So you know, I've been hesitant on clicking it because I need more space on my Xbox. But
Oh yeah, like hard drive space is always an issue.
yeah,
I know
yeah,
exactly what you mean.
and these big platform games are always like 500 megabytes.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was just like half a, you know, or sorry, two, like almost a quarter terabyte. You know, it was taking up. You only had really
Gigs, yeah. You said megabytes. Those games be gigs.
yeah, yeah. I'm thinking PC games. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, or mobile games, but yeah, for sure. These games are like 250 to 500 gigs. It's crazy. It's crazy nowadays. And it's just a whole part of the market. They got like a little monopoly going on. But regardless, this is great news though. This is great news for the Black Ops community. Hopefully you get the opportunity to download it. But yeah.
Yeah, I hope, like you said, the kill streaks is the best part. Like, I hope the kill streaks come back because I miss having the ones where you get the joy kill streaks and you're basically just going around half near invincible, just taking people out. As long as you get like what was it, like 18 kills in a row or something like that. I remember that one was really fun, and then the
nuke,
the Juggernaut ones used to be pretty fun too. The nuke one is just insane. That's over. Once you get the nuke, it is over.
Yeah, I mean, they need to incorporate that all in one game because I don't think they have yet. They incorporated the Juggernaut within like Modern Warfare 3, and then the nuke was like Black Ops 2.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, they need to bring all that back, and then they should be good, you know. But yeah, that has been this episode of the Sing Zone podcast. I hope, I don't know, any final thoughts, Breezy, before I close it out?
Nah, I just looking forward to some of the things that are coming out. Like, there's some pretty interesting films coming out, and then I want to go back and I said I want to check out Tower of God season 2 when that comes out. I might check out
or season 1. We knew watch party season 1.
Yeah, we can watch party season 1. I don't mind doing that before season 2 comes out, but I definitely want to check out season 2 when it comes out, get into season 1 before that shows up so that I'm all caught up on that. I might check out GACHIAKUTA whenever that comes out, but that's still a ways off because that's 2025.
Oh yeah.
But
oh yeah.
But yeah, other than that, just looking forward to some of the releases that are coming out pretty soon.
Any potential music in the work?
Potentially. I'm working on 2 songs right now, hoping to get them done pretty soon. One is a little bit more I don't want to say it's upbeat, it's not quite upbeat, but I'd say it's a higher energy song. And then the other one that I'm focusing on is a little bit more it's a little bit more mellow, a little bit more lyric focused. It's a slightly darker song, but I got 2 of them in the works though. Hopefully I can get them done, uploaded soon to my channel, and I'll probably put them up on SoundCloud as well, but got some in the works.
make sure to try to get those on here if we can, and try to at least link them on here on live. Yeah, we're also in the discussion in the works of also creating a video. It may be it'll either include podcast topics and or comments from the Sing Zone podcast on the Zone Fanfic channel, or it'll be sort of like a collaborative video on the Sing Zone. It'll be like a sole video, just sort of with Zone Fanfic, of course, in that video. on the Sync Zone podcast channel. So that's in the works. I can't tell you an official release date or expected anticipated release date for that, but there is a discussion about it. We were trying to figure out how best to storyboard it, and of course how to kind of project it, the audience we're aiming for, because we don't want to scale too high or scale too low. So we're aiming for that, that niche nitty gritty right there. So hopefully it's coming now, coming real soon. We may just drop it once we get into. I may not even come back to this. I may just drop it, and you guys just find out about it that way. But make sure to, of course, follow us on all social media platforms. Subscribe if you haven't. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, and we'll see you guys next time, travelers.
All right. Peace.